Buenas tardes, amigos y amigas. No sé si la cámara está actuando loco, pero de mí, cuando estoy sentado aquí, la cámara parece que no está traqueando mis movimientos. Entonces, voy a tratar de no mover tanto hoy día a causa de la cámara. Pero si la cámara parece normal, dígamelo. Hoy día, por supuesto, estamos hablando español hoy día. Today is all in Spanish, but if you have English questions, I will answer them. Por supuesto, si alguien tiene preguntas en inglés, los contestaré en inglés, pero hoy día estamos hablando español para nuestros amigos latinos, para que todos entiendan de lo que está pasando. La primera cosa de que quise hablar hoy día es acerca de DACA y el estatus de aplicaciones puesto antes de fue parado por la corte en julio 2021. La semana pasada, Inmigración anunció al corte en Texas que tienen un plan de adjudicar todas esas aplicaciones y aceptar nuevas aplicaciones, pero no los están adjudicando ahorita, ni debes mandar ninguna nueva aplicación a Inmigración. Por favor, no manda una nueva aplicación. Si tú quieres adjuntar documentos, si calificas para DACA, está bien, pero no mandas y no pagas nada. Y por los que tienen de uno de los 90,000 personas que tienen pendientes sus aplicaciones, el plan es que probablemente van a pedir información de usted probablemente para confirmar su presencia por los últimos años y además los últimos desde 4 años, y tal vez de darte un poco más de información sobre la discreción, si usted merece recibir DACA. Y veremos lo que pasa, pero por los con DACA ¿dónde ya se fue mi signo? Ahí está, estatus de la aplicación por DACA. Ten paciencia. Por los que son parte de nueva litigación, probablemente tendremos una conferencia, como prometimos, por los fines de octubre, cuando tendremos más información, ojalá del corte y del estatus del caso. Entonces, esa es la información sobre DACA y el estatus del caso. Una otra cosa muy, muy importante. Hace 2 meses, UCIS anunció que van a cambiar el examen de ciudadanía y va a tenerlo hecha que es más complicada, más dura, y tiene que tener más respuestas a preguntas. Pero si metes su aplicación antes de octubre 2025, tú puedes tomar el examen corriente. Entonces, recomiendo que empiecen, si usted califica por la ciudadanía, que mande su aplicación, porque la forma puede ser hecha online con UCIS, y ahorita están adjudicando casos en 3 a 6 meses. Entonces, ahorita es el buen tiempo, y así cuando juras, ya puedes votar contra Trump. Now, una recomendación: no debes aplicar si hay algo en su historia personal que es complicada, ha sido arrestado por algo. Debes contar con un abogado cualificado como nosotros antes de meter su aplicación de ciudadanía por octubre 20. Y por supuesto, corre el tiempo. La próxima cosa que quise charlar brevemente es inmigración de familias. Este año pasado parece que la administración de Trump no usó todos los números disponibles para inmigrar. Y anticipamos que el movimiento en la boletín de visas va a ser un poco más lento este año. Y si tomamos Trump 1 como ejemplo, ellos quieren parar la entrada de gente legalmente a los Estados Unidos. Entonces van a correr lento, no van a correr, van a andar como un nene adelante. Entonces, si tienen peticiones familiares pendientes, puede ser asegurado que van a tomar mucho tiempo en adjudicarlos, pero todavía puede pedir por su familia, entendiendo que por cada categoría, sino por los que son esposos de ciudadanos, padres de ciudadanos y hijos menos de 21 años de ciudadanos, va a ser muy lenta el proceso y muy lenta la línea. Now, la última cosa, ayer, UCES en ICE anunciaron que van a asignar agentes a redes sociales para buscar gente indocumentado. Entonces, hay mucha gente que comentan aquí o hacen preguntas usando su nombre real. Voy a ser honesto, eso no es una buena idea de ahora en adelante y vamos a empezar a borrar muchos de nuestros videos anteriores para borrar la oportunidad por ICE de buscar información acerca de individuos que hacen preguntas aquí. Por esta razón, siempre es mejor de tener una consulta personal con un abogado como nosotros, puede ser las consultas personales por 816-8611, 404-816-8611. ¿Por qué? Cuando haces consulta, esta información es privada. Yo tengo obligación de nunca hablar de la conversación con nadie, sino con usted. Pero si usted hace una pregunta online y ellos pueden traquearte online, pueden venir a tu casa basado en la pregunta que ha hecho. Entonces, por favor, cambie su nombre antes de hacerme preguntas si usted no tiene papeles legales, porque no quiero que usen la información acá para que te detienen. Eso sería algo que sería horrible. Entonces, ten cuidado porque ICE está buscando todas las redes sociales. Ok, vamos a contestar algunas preguntas hoy día. Gris, ¿cómo estás? Delay en el video. Lo siento por el video. No sé, ya reempecé la computadora. Ya reempecé mi sistema. No sé qué está pasando con la computadora. Y perdóneme esta semana. La semana siguiente lo habrá arreglado. Me di cuenta de esto empezando y no quise demorar la charla. Entonces, lo siento. Once DACA application, will they be able to do AP? Yes, as far as we know, advanced parole will remain available to every DACA recipient. Hasta ahorita sabe lo que entendemos, que parole avanzada de permiso de viajar será disponible a todos con DACA. UCES puede cambiar eso si quiere, pero hasta este punto no lo han hecho. Vanessa, gusto en verte. Un placer. Sergio, how can we restore the ability to get CDL with EAD in the U.S.? Sergio, that is just awful, isn't it? It's just awful. But I don't see a fight there. The Department of Labor can set whatever rules they want. Now, you're going to need, if you were going to fight this, you would have to bring class action litigation against the Department of Transportation. It's not really my specialty. I'm not really a Department of Transportation guy. I don't know the rules and regulations, but you need to find a lawyer who's willing to sue. I would imagine somebody's going to sue if they canceled 200,000 CDLs for folks with EADs. One, that's 200,000 fewer truckers in America. And two, I think that likely violates the Equal Protection Clause. But there you go. You're going to need a lawyer to do that. That's not my area. Last week, I believe the DOJ asked for an extension. We're going to do the government shutdown. As far as I know, that has not been granted. For legal purposes, how long does one need to spend in a house residence? I live an hour from another state. Can I spend? Well, that's a good question, Edgar. There is no standard on this. There is no rule. If lots of people work out of state. Heck, I live in Tennessee and I work in Georgia. I think personally, I think you're probably okay if you have your house, your residence on the weekends, and you commute to work. And you decide that it's easier to have an apartment here instead of renting a hotel every day or sleeping in your car. I'm just saying, there's no rules on this as of yet. Abogado, buenos días. Si una persona ha sometido la aplicación I-751 es una aplicación por los que reciben su residencia por medio de su esposa, ¿usted recomienda aplicar por la estampa? Sí. Recomiendo llamando al número 800 o yendo online a uces.gov para hablar con Emma y pidiendo una cita para obtener su estampa. Es una buena idea, en mi opinión. Buena idea. What's going to happen with the DACA mandamus lawsuit? I think I addressed this earlier. We're going to have a call with our plaintiffs towards the end of October. Right now, we haven't made a final decision. I will tell you, just me thinking out loud, I don't see how we need to file, so we will be returning all that money. Again, we didn't do this for the money, right? We did this to force them. Honestly, I think they found out we were going to sue them and decided to make this decision. So we'll know more at the end of the month. It's kind of where we are. And so be prepared. We get an email from us. Have you had any rumors about DACA other than what I spoke about earlier? No. It came when I was 4 years old, entered legally. Can I do adjustment of status once DACA comes out? Well, you can do adjustment of status now if you came legally. You don't need DACA to get adjustment of status, but you do need as a U.S. citizen spouse or a child over the age of 21 for you to adjust your status. Hey, Charles, any first-time AP approvals? We haven't gotten any the last week. We got one 2 weeks ago. We haven't gotten any this week that I'm aware of. Easy Budabizi. That's a good fake name. I had marijuana possession. I don't know. It's like you're smoking iguanas. Is that what that is? That's gotta taste disgusting. Smoking iguanas. Whatever. I didn't know it was even illegal to smoke iguanas. In 2009, I got thrown away. So I'm assuming you are arrested for a marijuana misdemeanor, and it was dismissed, and you got your DACA. You're okay to apply for AP. Absolutely. You're A-okay. What advice to those with DACA in the states that are being militarized? Now, obviously, ICE isn't everywhere in those states, right? They're in Portland. Stay away from the areas where ICE is. They're a bunch of cowards, what they're doing here, right? So you obviously carry your EAD with you at all times, and make sure you have your lawyer on speed dial. 1, carry your EAD. Have your lawyer on speed dial. And 3, don't answer any questions beyond. Again, you don't have to answer ICE questions. ICE is not the police, right? So you can just say, here's my name, here's my EAD card, I'm not speaking anymore. They arrest you, just go quietly, call your lawyer will get you out of custody and probably get your legal fees paid by the government. Carmen, hola doctor, ¿cuánto demora la petición de un padre residente a un hijo mayor de edad que tiene DACA? Ahorita ese tiempo está tomando, vamos a chequearlo aquí online, miremos la visa bulletin de visas. Now, ustedes saben que ustedes pueden chequear esto por sí mismo. Simplemente tiene que ir al sitio de web de Bulletin de Visas es que extraño. Bulletin de Visas, ese es extraño. Ahí está. Es extraño. Eso es extraño. No sé por qué no puedo compartir esto. Voy a tratarlo de nuevo. A ver, share screen. Bulletin de Visas. No me está permitiendo hacerlo. Qué extraño. El sistema es un poco loco. Ahorita, hijos adultos de residentes están procesando en aproximadamente 7 a 8 años. 7 a 8 años de demora. Should I renew my DACA with a dismissed shoplifter from 2004? Yeah, you can renew your DACA. If your charges were dismissed, you're fine. You're A-okay. Abogado, entré en 2005, me agarró la migra. Me fue a la corte y pedí la asilo voluntaria, pero no me fue. En 2007 me dieron orden de deportación por no haber salido. Tengo deportación en ausencia. Me parece que tienes deportación en ausencia si no fue al corte. Pero lo que debes hacer es una folla con el corte para determinar qué pasó. David Lincoln, did you see the October 2 replies? We're getting pushed back over many days. The government shut down. Yeah, well, I mean, that sucks, doesn't it? It sucks. I did not see that. I know they asked for it, but I did not see that they had granted that. How likely is it to get approved through employer with DACA? You're talking about a H-1B or a labor certification? Look, you can only do that if you got your DACA before you were 18 years of age. If you were, then you're fine. Hola, abogado. Gusto en verte, Margot. Nora. Hola, abogado. Con las que se quedaron parados con la DACA, ya van a aceptar las solicitudes. Sí, pero no ahorita, después del orden del corte. Ahora, el último de DACA, ya hablé de esto inicialmente, Adriana, córrete a la primera parte del de la charla. Andrea Prados, my sister got an absentia when she was 19. She was brought when she was 16. That's going to be really hard to reopen because she was an adult. It's going to be really, really hard. She can try, but I don't know how she's going to win that. I think that's a long shot. New Jersey, si las personas pueden aplicar por eventos y por una deportación, porque uno se va a la corte para cancelar la orden de deportación, porque siempre es mejor de tratar de cancelar el corte primero por la mayoría de gente y obtenerlo. Si puede obtenerlo, no tiene que tener 212. Es más barato, honestamente, de hacer la cancelación. Pero en algunos casos está negado y tiene que hacer el 212. Tiene dos atentos a la manzana. Thank you, Edgar. You're very kind. Should I renew my DACA with a dismissed shot? Yes, you should. Good evening. Are DACAs rather visit their country for a work purpose? Yes, they are. Dinars, my husband's employer has been a sponsor. He's a construction worker. Well, I think there's going to be a massive shortage of construction workers. But what's his status? Does he have DACA? Did he get it before 18? I mean, I've done a number of labor certifications for DACA recipients, including 2 for my own staff. So it just depends on your husband's situation. Mel, as a U.S. citizen who will be petitioning my soon-to-be husband, how much they will look at things like my social media. They'll look at your social media, but they can't deny you because you hate Trump. I think you're fine. I think you're absolutely fine. Maybe you want to lay off social media till your husband gets his green card. Could you explain what is happening for those with DACA who work with CDL in the state of Georgia? I don't know about the state of Georgia. All I read was the headline, Beonica Dele, that they were canceling 200,000 CDLs. I don't know what that means. I'm not a driver's license lawyer. I don't know the rules on that, so I don't even know if that's legal. Maybe it's illegal, and somebody will bring an equal protection claim lawsuit. Judge Henry granted it on the 3rd. Oh, of course he did. Delay. Cynthia Ramirez, should I renew my DACA with a dismissal? You keep asking that question, and I keep answering yes. Kate Jones, should I be leaving Texas? Well, honestly, when judge rules, you're going to have time to leave. It's not going to be like immediate. Because CIS said what they'll have to do is go through each DACA and then write to each person who lives in Texas. Say, it appears you live in Texas. Would you please confirm if you live there? Because if you live there, please send back your EAD. And that's going to take them time. So you'll have time. You don't need to run today. You'll have time. Kiko Huerta, do they have to grant the age of the time? They don't have to, but apparently they did. Buenas tardes, abogado. Tengo una pregunta. ¿Qué tan seguro es salir ahorita del país con Advance Pro? Tú estás bien. Si no tienes ningún arresto, estás bien. Chivas Josiah, while serving the perm bar outside the U.S., I plan to travel to Europe from Central America. If you won't be able to travel to the United States. You won't, because you need a visa to go. We don't have transit visas anymore. You will have to fly out of Mexico and go to Europe. You won't be able to travel through the United States. I'm sorry. How about the Texas DACA thing? People are saying this in other states. I don't think so. I don't know. What people are saying this. And there's always the blue states. They're not suing. Should I apply for advance? Yes, you should apply. If you need it, you should apply. I don't have a spouse or child, but I entered the tourist visa in 2000. DACA revealed my app is in limbo. How long? Well, you can't ever apply for AOS. DACA isn't a green card. You don't get a green card for DACA. If you have a legal entry, you just need to fall in love with somebody. Should I renew my DACA with this shoplifting? A lot of people keep asking the same question. The answer is always yes. Still approving advanced parole for Texas, as far as I know, they're approving them. Do you do a retainer fee? No, we don't do retainers. I'll tell you why. Because we answer our phone. And we're available to be hired when it needs arise. But I don't take money from people to be available. There's lawyers that do that, where you have to pay them every month just for their availability. I honestly have no time for that. I'm too busy. So you call me when you have a need, and then we'll help you. Is there a possibility the judge will give Doc a good amount of time to look? Again, there will be a peer period. There will be. Good morning, attorney. I have a bona fide determination under U visa. Also have a deed over 20 years ago. If I get caught by ICE, well, ICE should not be arresting you. Did you file an I-102, an I-192? If you filed an I-192 with your U visa, you should have a waiver done. So you don't have a deportation order anymore. Hopefully you filed that. Brenda Lopez, hola, ¿qué pasa si una persona tenía una orden de deportación y ahora está detenido? Dice mi pregunta si se puede hacer algo por él, ya no hay nada que hacer. Si él ya tiene orden, puede poner una moción de reabrir, pero seguramente va a ser negado. I received DACA at 23. My employer now wants to sponsor me. Not an option for you unless you have a mom or dad or a spouse who's a citizen or resident. Aaron McKenna, I submitted my husband's 601A in May last year. We thought he would go to consulate by, no. It's the 601s are taking 24 to 28 months right now. So maybe in May of 2024, yeah, he might have an interview. If he's Mexican, you're not going to have an interview because they're taking 12 months after the 601A to interview people. Becky, should I try to apply my husband's event right now? Is DACA? Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do it. Still approving advanced parole in Texas? Yes, they are. Are DACA holders allowed to go to their birth country? Yes, you are with an advanced parole. I had DACA back in 2014. I didn't renew it because I was married to U.S. citizen, applied for adjustment. It was denied. I'm back in the States. So you have a permanent bar? You can't renew your DACA, but you can apply for DACA again, but they're probably going to deny you because you re-entered and have a permanent bar. Martin, you must have had some terrible legal advice. 29 Super C, good to see you. Have the new questions been revealed yet? I haven't seen them yet. I assume they'll wait to the last minute. You don't need a letter from your employer or pastor. You can bring them if you want. But yeah, they're good. You can do that. Have I seen any? I have seen a number of. I've seen thousands of advanced paroles. Do you mean recently? Well, the last one I saw was 2 weeks ago. Dr. Charles, una persona de DACA puede pedir advance parole una sola vez? No, puede ser veces múltiples. Anita, yo sí me fui a la corte, pero pedí la salida voluntaria y no salí. Well, tú tienes, no tienes orden en ausencia, tienes un orden normal. Okay. People with previous legal interest in getting approved more than initial, is there a rationale? I don't know the rationale. I mean, I think maybe they're thinking, let's not give any new people the right to get a green card through advanced parole. I don't know. They haven't announced anything. So you know what I know at this point. Rayo Abitia, abogado. Mi pregunta es, ¿cuál es el perdón que se tiene que pedir por haber mentido una vez? Un amigo y su esposa y su hijo vinieron a pedir una visa de turista. El oficial le preguntó si tienen hijos ciudadanos y ellos dijeron que no. Ellos sí tenían hijos ciudadanos. El abogado que les ayudó a guiar les dijo que dieron eso y eso le afectó. Ahora que sus hijos los están pidiendo, ellos están en México. Well, ellos nunca van a venir porque necesitan el perdón bajo 212I y 212I requiere una esposa o residente o padre o madre que ha sido un residente. No hay perdón, solamente tienen hijos. Nunca van a venir, lo siento. Hola, can you provide more DUI info on DUIs in DACA? Well, if your DACA is 13 years old and expunged, you're fine. You're going to keep getting your first-time applicant? First-time applicant, that's a good question. My guess is you'll probably be denied. You can file, but then you're setting yourself up to be arrested by ICE. So I probably wouldn't file. I'd let somebody else go first. Can I renew my DACA with a misdemeanor in 07? Yeah, because you've always had it. Uriel Resendez, my wife has to go to Washington for a concert. We were a bit worried with how things are with the National Guard. Well, the National Guard is not in Washington anymore. They're gone. So she'll be fine. Have a great time at the concert. She has to go to the concert. Is it Taylor Swift concert? Whose concert is it? Thank you for the answer. Yes, DACA 418. Oh, yeah, then you're good. Hold on. Do you do retail? You asked that question. ¿Tengo que hacer cita con usted para cambiar la dirección de DACA? No, hágalo online. Tú puedes hacerlo. Hay en usos.gov la forma AR11. Es fácil. Lola Rodríguez, me cambié de Colorado a California. Aplicaciones aún no terminó mi moverse claramente de estado. ¿Qué pasaría? Well, Inmigración va a mandarte una pedido por más información seguramente. Y tú debes ir online y confirmar que ha relocado usando la forma AR11. Celine Queiroz, for someone who has a deportation on her record and has DACA, this person is going to renew it on her own because the record says she has to pay a lawyer. She can renew on her own. She's fine. Junior Becerra, will they detain us if we have DACA and get caught in a raid? Well, they detained 2 DACA recipients at the Hyundai raid, they let one go after we intervened, but the other one they wouldn't let go because he had just gotten a DUI. So, Jovita Cardona, buenas tardes, abogado. Tengo 2 hijos con DACA desde el 212. ¿Hay alguna posibilidad que ajusten su status? Si se casan con un ciudadano y han viajado con parol. Kunal, good to see you. My mother became a citizen when I was 13. I was in the States at the time, was there 20 years. When they deported me. Did you have a green card when your mother became a citizen? Because if you had a green card when your mother became a citizen, you are a citizen. If this was after 2000, it was 2000 or after. So information depends. You need to give us a call and do an appointment. Hey, Charles, once hadn't finalized, what does it mean for DACA? Trump, the case is not going back soon. There's no more courts after Hannon. So, but Trump can always end DACA. He can always do that. That's always his power. Okay, Sign Nava, can you do advanced parole for dental reasons? Yeah, of course. How long is AP process this year? Right now, it looks like 11 months right now. 11 months, because we've got some from January that haven't been adjudicated yet. For AP, if you were arrested but charge dropped, can you still apply? Yes. Can we really be detained and deported while having current DACA? No, you should not be. And a court, somebody was arrested out in, maybe it was Missouri or someplace, and the court ordered them released immediately. On Utah, it was in Utah, and ordered them released. Hola, abogado, I'm a DACA by the legal entry, married. My mom is about to become a U.S. citizen. Can she help me fix my documents? No, she can, but it's a 17-year wait. Kind of long. You're better off, getting an employer sponsor, and then you can get a waiver through your mom. Hi, my sister has DACA, never been in jail. Can she apply for advanced parole? Yes. Yes, she can. Kiko Huerta, why would the federal hand and other states should no longer be able to demonstrate injury? That's a good question. But that is exactly what the Fifth Circuit said. They had their chance. They don't get to go back now and do it. It's called res judicata. So the decision's been made. You can't come back in now and show it. So that's what. Adriana, I'm a U.S. citizen. My brother has DACA. Can he get a green card through me? In 20 years. Well, where can I check online for the court docs? I would check on Pacer, but you probably don't have access to Pacer. Otra pregunta, abogado. A mi cuñada la pidió la mano ciudadana y su caso fue aprobado el 12 de abril del 2021, pero tuvo una emergencia. Ella salió a México, su caso está activo y puede hacer... su I-130 está activo. Ella debe tener entrevista. Si ella no ha sido llamada por entrevista, debe llamar a un abogado. Llámanos. Can you represent me in Chicago if I get arrested by ICE? I would prefer you hire my good friend, Carlina Tapia Ruano. She's got a great practice. She's a former president of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, like I am. I respect her tremendously, and she's Chicago born and bred. She's awesome. If ICE arrests me, can I self-deport the same day? Probably not. That's not how ICE works. Paroled last year, married a citizen, DACA has helped prosecute notarial fraud, never prigged myself. Yeah, you can do it yourself. You're fine. Enjoy yourself. I have a child, and I co-parent 50-50. But the issue is Texas saying I don't want to leave my daughter. Was them at least letting me finish remaining left on our DACA. I don't know, Raimundo. I don't know. We don't have answers to questions like that. Receive first DACA at 18. As long as you were under 18 and a half, your employer can sponsor you. And you get advanced parole. If my dad is pending U visa, is bona fide as a worker, is he safe? He should be safe for the bona fide U. Yes. Veronica, my son is turning 21 very soon. I have DACA. What do you recommend? Well, if you haven't done advanced parole, do it now. Can't believe you haven't done it already. My mother, I already answered that. I've traveled outside the country a couple of times. Do I need to return for the appointment if I'm eligible? Was that a continuation of some other question? Because if it was, I don't know where it is. Can you provide me more insight on DUIs and DACA? Yeah, they hate DUIs, and they generally deny anybody with one. That's the insight. DUIs are bad. They don't trust people that had DUIs. Jasmine Hernandez, what can be done if pending first time has taken one trouble? It's nothing. Now, you can't sue. It's a discretionary system. Don't just wait. Hi, attorney. I'm a U.S. citizen. My brother has DACA. Can he get the green card through me in 20 years? You already asked that question. Miguel, tengo DACA, salí con Advance Pro, yo regresé mi papel, él me puede pedir. Sí, pero va a tomar unos 7 años y tendrás que salir y hacer el perdón. Peru, for AP, if you were arrested but the charges were dropped, can you still apply to travel? Yes. Just had my AUS interview, Luis, yesterday. Also only wanted to talk to me only about DV verbal dispute I had and was detained for 1 day. To have them, so you'll be fine. I mean, they're looking for any reason to deny. Again, this is why people should have a lawyer at their interviews. The days when you go before the immigration at a lawyer is a terrible, terrible idea. Let's see. Jesse and Jesus, is it true that you should not sign your, do you have a lawyer? No, I mean, that's not true. That's not true. My son is turning 21. Soon I have DACA. He's a citizen and ready to travel out of the country. No, you don't need a return appointment with whom? With me? No, we can just email me and we can assist you online. For AP, if charges were dropped, can I still apply for travel? Yes, you can. You keep asking the same question over and over again. I'll have to delete you. Do you partner? Thank you. You're welcome. I know it'll be hard, but I hope I can. You know, keep the strength, keep the faith, keep the faith. Uziel Rendon, visiting Mexico. My Mexico interview tomorrow. I'm waiting on my Mexico interview. Got approved in February. Should I apply for AP to AS here? I would, but the APs are taking a year. You're probably really close to your interview, so maybe you just go to your interview. Hola, abogado, soy ciudadana y mi hermano tiene DACA. ¿Le puede dar la residencia? Sí, en 20 años. Si mi hija está en Marines, puede ayudar a mi esposo, que es su padrastro, pero legalmente son casados 3. Si se casó antes de 18 con su esposo, ella puede pedirlo por parole in place. Abogado, los que tienen permiso de trabajo C14 pueden ser deportados, sí, a otros países, no a su país. Por AP, if you were arrested but the charges were dropped, can you still apply for travel? Peru, I'm going to have to delete you here, bud. Really sorry, but you are now blocked. Sorry, I warned you. Riel, I'm going to listen to you. Start following Dreamers Together. A lot of great info. Yeah, if you're not following Dreamers Together, you're crazy. Go to their Facebook group and follow them. Participate. Learn and read. Don't be scared of Advanced Pro. You're going to be good. Naldas, my mother became up. No, Vivi, I'm going to have to block you too. I'm so sorry. Mi esposo tiene DACA y quiere aplicar para Advanced Pro, pero a él lo deportaron cuando tenía 6 años. Puede ser. No, él va a estar bien regresando. I am married to a citizen, live in Texas, currently waiting for a answer. Would prove anything I can do to start my fit work? I would just wait till you get your advanced parole. Lucy Quesada, hola, abogado. Man, tired, un poco cansado. Hola, abogado, vivo en California. Usted me puede hacer. Sí, te podemos ayudar. My fiance and I both have DACA. Both came with visas. His mom just became a citizen. She wants to petition him. Well, it's going to be like 16 years if he gets married. We have 2 U.S. citizen daughters, but you're going to get a green card faster through your daughters than you are through your mom. Mom is about 17 years. Your kids are going to be about 17 years. And with your mom, you'll have to leave your country, and your kids, you won't. Any update respect to the H-1B litigation? No. How can I check my current address? I don't know. Did you update them on your address? I would just go in and fill out the AR-11 with your current addresses to be sure. Let's see. I'm waiting to apply for DACA. First, I just lost my TPS, but I never applied for DACA. Okay, good luck with that. DACA since the beginning. I'm married to USA paroled last year. Oh, yeah, you already asked that question. Let's see. Is AP affected with changes that are going to be made in Texas? Shouldn't be. Let's see. I live in Tennessee, Lucy. I'm happy to represent you. Can you check for us about the court extension? Well, somebody's already confirmed that it's been extended till, their deadline's moved for as many days as the government is closed. Soy abogado de Hawaii. Tengo la buena fe en la visa U que seguirá después. La visa U en 15 años. Is there any way a DACA should be expedited DACA renewal? Not that I'm aware of. Do you have to have a degree for an employer to sponsor you? Not for a green card, you don't. When changing our address, do we need to show proof as well as no? You just need to tell them your new address. I'm from Kansas. Could we hire? Yes, you can hire us. Absolutely. You know how to hire us. All you've got to do is call our number, and we'll put that up here in a second. Can you apply for adjustment status after UD is approved and married? Yes, you can through the U.S. citizen spouse. If grandfathered under 245I and received DACA after 19 years old, can employer help? Yes, they can. What are the chances of old deported being open and closed? It just depends on the case, Claudia. Those are case by case. I'm a DACA. My daughter is a U.S. citizen. She turned 21 a few years ago. My partner for 10 years. Not yet married. Also a U.S. citizen. Pending application for advanced parole. Been here 24 years of the country. Do I fix my status for your daughter? I would do it for your daughter. It's faster and easier. How can we check my current address? You already asked that question. What should I do about? I don't know what you're talking about. Is deferred adjudication with DACA? It's deferred action, not deferred adjudication. Any idea how long for lawsuit to give injunction for the H-1B? Probably end of the year. If I get DACA and do advanced parole for legal, my sister, newly conditioned resident, that gets work sponsored. Newly conditional? I don't know what your question is. Brian Castillo, are they approving EADs for consular interviews? Oh, emergency advanced paroles? No, they're not. Those days are over. We told everybody to fix your case when Biden was president. Nobody listened. What happened with the DUI bill? It's sitting in committee. It's never going to pass the Senate. Hi, I was pitched by my husband. I've been waiting for interview for a year. With the wait times, do you recommend you advance parole? Well, if you're waiting a year, you should be interviewed shortly because they're taking about a year. ¿Cómo cuánto tiempo están aprobando advance parole? Ahorita 11 meses o más. Does an approved EB2 within the U.S. have an expiry date? No. Are EB3 still being processed? Yes. Uziel, I am near Chattanooga by Cleveland. For new DACA, do you think we will need to prove we have been in the past? Yes. Yes. Immigration is going to ask for that information. I have calls, sir, speak English, never had an accident. They went to take away my CDL. Well, you need to sue on that. Let's see a couple more questions here. As a permanent resident, didn't update my address. Well, you have a legal obligation to do so. Go do it now. Si estoy en detention center en inmigración, mi hijo se alista en guardia, ¿me puede ayudar? No. I have a pending case from 2021. I'm married to a citizen. I have an arrest for petty theft. It was dismissed, no conviction. Will it affect me? It should not. Just a follow-up question. If it's possible to get sponsored by my employer with DACA and then AP, yeah, but you're going to have to adjust abroad. You have the consular process abroad. I have a current approved NIW with a current predator a few years ago while living in the U.S. Does it expire? No, it does not expire if you didn't do it for consular processing. For consular processing, it may expire. All right. How long would it take to get back once you get AP after your I-130 is approved? I don't know, a couple of days. Oh, how long does the AP takes? Right now, 11 months. If my stepdad was in the Air Force and his honorable discharge, I'm married to a citizen, no, your stepdad can do a military parole in place for you. My brother was in jail a few years ago, paid everything, went to the courts. My question is, can he apply for DACA? I don't know. I would need to see his arrest records. Is speeding up? There is no speeding up of 61A waiver. How long applying for AOS? Am I able to apply for EAD? You should apply for the EAD with your AOS, not afterwards. And the last one, Moisés de Dios, Moses of God. Hold on, Mr. Cook. I am not James T. Kirk. I'm Charles Cook. You said last week that AP for humanitarian reasons is being overlooked. Would AP for career purposes because they're more important? I don't know. They don't appear to be approving a lot of these already right now. And Uziel, I have already done a 61A waiver. Exemption rules against DACA will staying in Texas crew and lawful presence. No, you already have the waiver, so you're good. Hey, everybody. It has been great. Be with you this week. Obviously, if you want to reach out to me, lo mejor modo de hacerlo es llámame a las 404-896-8611 y te veremos la semana siguiente. Hasta entonces, buena suerte y cuídese. Bye-bye, everybody. Ciao.